field condition documentary for EPIS Project 2016 to 2017 in 6 groups from 2 villages of Ndevela and Itetemia, prepared by Caritas-Tabora Field Extension Officer. It's 24th January. According to the regional crop calendar, it's a sunflower sowing season after growing other common crops like maize in November and December.
Hapo ulipanda lini?
Nimepanda palikuwa bado babichi kidogo.
Lini?
Wiki leo tuliachana ile ya masomo ya nani ya seminar.
But as you can see, the climatic condition is not favorable for the growth of the crops. Some crops like maize needs 900 up to 1,200 millimeters of rainfall per year in order to grow well. Despite of its drought resistance ability, sunflower seeds need at least 5 degrees centigrade soil temperature to germinate. In this sunflower growing season, the soil temperature is above 10 degrees centigrade.
Unajua shamba hili hapa nimeandaa kwa ajili ya kilimo cha alizeti. Ila hali tu yenyewe ndio inayotutisha, lakini sisi tuko tayari na tunashukuru tumepata mbegu. Kwa hiyo mvua itakapofika tu basi sisi tutabidi tupambane.
The only source of water for agricultural activities within the project beneficiary villages is rainfall. The seasonal rainfall is the only hope for the small-scale farmers of almost the entire region. In this season, the rainfall distribution was unreliable.
Kama mvua ingenyesha, tungelima mpaka hapa tukamaliza na tukapanda mbegu ninazo.
Kwa changamoto kubwa ni mabadiliko ya
hali ya hewa. Hakuna tena hata nasema mabadiliko ya hali ya hewa.
Generally, it seems like there will not be enough rainfall patterns during the whole growing season. The sun is very hot and the soil temperature is getting too high. Makes it very difficult for the plants to survive.
Vumbi tupu mpaka sentimita 2 kwenda chini, sasa mbegu inaotaji hapa. Kwa hiyo ndio tunafanya subira kidogo kuona kwamba kama itanyesha tutaendeleza kilimo. Sasa ikiwa kama hivi yani hata maji ya kunywa itakuwa shida.
Some crops which has already grown also seems to dry up and die. The farmers are confused, but there is no hope of food availability during the future days.
Pagumu nimeshindwa. Bwana paka sasa hata shambani siendi. Palivyokuwa pagumu vyakula vinavyoteketea. Kwanza hata kuota hazijaota ziko chini.
Caritas Development Office is facing a great challenge while attempting to enhance the productivity and income of small-scale farmers at the main objective of its project known as EPIS. But the organization doesn't give up. It's still being together with the farmers in this hopeless moment and keep on encouraging them by introducing to them seeds of some improved varieties of sunflower. The farmers are also being trained on the best ways of growing and managing sunflower, hoping that maybe the rainfall will be back soon and the farmers will be able to grow their sunflower because the crop can be grown from January up to the middle of February. It's February now, and the light rains still are not able to sustain the crops in field.
Hiyo alizeti iliyopandwa hapa inaweza ikawa na muda gani mpaka sasa?
Naona na wiki mbili.
Kama wiki mbili.
For the farmers who managed to grow their sunflower, Other plants keep on growing slowly, trying to resist the drought condition, but others fail and die. The main quality of a successful farmer is not to easily give up. Hence, for the others, it's a time for their land preparation, expecting that maybe the last rains of the season will extend to some days and even favor the sunflower growth. Others have given up and even decided to cut down the stunted plants in the fields and grow cassava as the common drought-resistant crop, just to make sure that there is a hope of food availability during the future days. Meteorologists at the Agricultural Research Institute meteorological stations say that the average amount of rainfall within the season is normal. Only they approve that the rainfall distribution within the season was unreliable. So what is the problem? The proper distribution of rainfall may depend on the vegetation of a place. Desert and deforested areas usually get a very little amount of rainfall per year. Excessively cutting down of trees without replanting is the only cause of desertification, which always leads to unreliable rainfall of the area. Some of the project beneficiary farmers declare that most of the day-to-day human activities within the village involves cutting down of trees.
Watu wanakata miti ili kulingana na uchumi. Watu wanajitafutia. Wanakata miti kwa ajili ya mkaa, waweze kujikimu kimahitaji. Hali kadhalika ujenzi, vile na tumbaku, sababu sisi ni wakulima wa tumbaku. Kwa hiyo inatulazima, hamna njia mbadala tofauti na kukata miti. Kwa hiyo miti inatusaidia kwa mambo mengi.
Cutting and burning trees to make charcoal is among the main income-generating activities for most of the villagers. But also tobacco farming, firewood for fuel, and construction of the houses are another activities which contribute a lot in cutting down of trees. We didn't say that the problem is cutting down of trees. Of course, cutting down of trees is inevitable, especially for the communities living in the rural areas. The problem is excessively cutting down of trees without replanting. Trees is equal to life. It is common that most of the community members in rural areas have not enough knowledge on the importance of environmental conservation and trees planting. Caritas Development Office sensitized the farmers on the problems of excessively cutting down of trees without replanting. The farmers appreciated the need of trees planting for environmental conservation and finally requested for the trainings in environmental conservation and trees planting.
Kwa hiyo tunachokiomba labda mweze kutupa elimu hii ili iweze kutusaidia sisi na vizazi vijavyo. Sababu hali iliyopo nimeona kwa vizazi vijavyo kwa mbele kweli vitasumbuka, sababu mpaka sisi umri miti tunazokata ni midogo kama vile miti kama hizi. Sasa watoto wetu sijui kwamba watakata miti gani. Kwa kubwa zaidi tunaomba elimu uweze kutusaidia juu ya uhifadhi wa mazingira na upandaji wa miti pia.
Caritas office prepared and facilitated many trainings in the techniques of environmental conservation and the importance of trees planting to the villagers. The farmers from each group were also facilitated to establish the trees nurseries. And after some time, the trees were ready to be transplanted to the fields.
Kitalu cha miti kilianzishwa hapa kwetu tarehe 17 mwezi wa 12 mwaka 2016 ikiwa na idadi ya viriba vya miche 2544.
Kila mwanakikundi atapatiwa miche 24. Kila mwanakikundi atatakiwa kupanda miche hiyo nyumbani au shambani kwake, kuhakikisha anaihudumia mpaka inakuwa.
Kama kiriba kimoja kina miti miwili sababu miwili.
The community members, who are the target group of the project, were also advised to engage themselves in other alternative income-generating activities, which does not involve cutting down of trees. Poultry keeping projects was among the income-generating activities suggested. Farmers were trained in poultry husbandry and proper management of the flocks. Trainings in proper poultry housing, poultry feed formulation and proper feeding, and poultry diseases treatment and control. All the trainings were practical, and all the farmers got a chance to practice. 10 pure local breed chicks were provided to each farmer's household as a starting capital. After a few months, the farmers are now able to manage their flocks in a productive way. And others have even started benefiting from their chickens. The farmers now have got more knowledge on poultry management. They even can do an intergroup exchange visits and share experiences from each other. Huku, unapita mnaenda hivi.
Napenda sana kushukuru uongozi wa Caritas, mzidi kuendelea na mzidi kutupa ushirikiano, kwa sababu ushirikiano ni kitu kizuri sana. Ushirikiano ni neno la mafunzo na kujifunza. Leo mko hapa Ndeveva tunajifunza kwa pamoja, kesho tutakuwa Kipalapala, kesho kutwa tutakuwa Isukamahela. Umeona? Kwa sababu unapokuja unapata changamoto ya kusema hivi, kwa nini mwenzetu kathubutu? Mimi napenda nifikie hapo, natoa shukrani za dhati wageni wetu, karibuni sana.
Chanjo ya gumboro. Angalia ni pale lugha hii ni ngumu. Usisituke. Chanjo ya gumboro. Wamechanjwa. Halafu chanjo ya ndui tarehe 7 mwezi wa 3 2017. Je, tiba hawajawahi kukua. Juhudi zote hizi ni kwa ajili ya mke wangu mwema, asimame hapa aje niwaonyeshe. Jo hali Aza jamani, mwangalieni, huyu ndio mwenyekiti wa shughuli hii yote iliyotokana. Na ndiye anayeweza kufanya kazi, mimi sipo.
Farmers were also encouraged to maintain their village community banking, Vikoba, just to ensure the income security for their families.